Steve, down here at Coogee Beach, bit of surf and turf because it's all about the racing this weekend. How's Nature Strip?
Yeah, he looked really well. Went out there this morning and he's as good as I've seen him look. So, hopefully we get through the next 24 hours and gets to line up and we don't get too much more rain and then it'll be up to him.
How much of a feel of confidence did you get from Chris this morning?
Oh, look, I think Chris is confident that he and his team have done their job. And that's all that any coach can do. So, horse looks well. But as you know, in racing, anything can happen between now and then, and we just got to make sure that doesn't. And then James and Nature Strip are up to them.
Of course, you've been breeding and had interest in horses for a while, so it's not like you're looking at something with the eyes of someone who doesn't know. How has his progression been in the last couple of years for you?
Oh, look, he's just matured. He's like a good athlete. He's got better with age, and his understanding and his brain's working better. He's not fighting the jockey all the time. He's relaxing, and as we know in horse racing, you've got to be able to breathe to be able to run. So he's doing that really well now, and we saw his last start. He didn't even have to go to the front. So that's a maturity. I think the trip to England has really helped him as well. He's a pretty laid-back customer. He's got a bit of swag about him, and I think he knows he's a good horse. You see him walking around, and he's got a lot of confidence in himself.
Just take us back to the start. How did you get involved in this horse?
There's a couple of Kiwi guys in a syndicate that have been racing horses over here, Peter Keane and Paddy Harrison. And they race with Rod Lyons and a number of other people, and got asked to come in on a horse called The Answer, My Friend, and then the opportunity came for us all to get into Nature Strip. So we took that, and we've got a number of other horses through Irish Eyes is another one. So it's going all right.
What's this ride been like for you?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's a privilege to be able to have some great sporting moments, and then to own a racehorse is just the same. It's a real privilege. And my wife Tasha and I were talking about it the other day. No matter what happens tomorrow, we just want him to present himself the best he can. If he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But this race won't define him, and he's taken us on a wonderful journey all over the world. It's just a privilege to own a horse like that.
One thing about Royal Ascot, it did feel like he was a Kiwi horse because, it was James and Chris competing internationally rather than just doing it here. Did it feel that way for you as well?
Yeah, well, he's an Anzac horse. Yeah. There's definitely a combination of both brothers, little brother and little brother, all lined up there. And, we enjoy each other's company. And, we've got a lot of faith in Chris, obviously, and James as well. So, again, it's just a privilege to be part of it and enjoy it. To win one race is wonderful. To be able to win 22 or whatever he's won now is even more special.
One thing, you and Chris, there's a lot of similarities. You're both world-class coaches in many respects, isn't it?
Well, I think that's what he does. He's coaching horses, and he does it better than most. So we're very proud of him as New Zealanders, I think, and especially, our racing fraternity. I don't think most New Zealanders really understand how good he is, but he should be up for Sportsman of the Year along with a number of other good New Zealand sports people. But racing doesn't get that recognition, and maybe it should. He
said yesterday he sort of tapped into you a few times about preparations and the psychology, the mental side of going into it. Do you do the same with him, or is there a bit of toing and froing there?
Oh, we talk a lot about preparation because when I was coaching, that's what it was all about, getting the Sunday to Friday right, and Saturday was always the fun part. And it's no different for racing horses. If you can get that Sunday to Friday right and wake up Saturday morning with no temperatures or anything like that, then you're away laughing, aren't you? And if you've done that bit right, your horse is good enough, then you've got a chance.
Just tell us about the man on top, James McDonald. What's your viewpoint on him?
Oh, he's something special, isn't he? He's a freak. Riding out of his skin at the moment. He's riding the other day in the Group 1 and down in Caulfield was something to behold. No one wanted to go on the inside. He said, I'm going there because it's not too bad, and won the race. And for a group of owners, heck of a thrill to all the ladies. Actually, a lot of the ladies from the Nature Strip group are in it, and plus a few others. So for them, it's a wonderful opportunity to share a special moment.
What about this weekend for you? How exciting?
Yeah, well, COVID has spoiled a few exciting moments. We've had to watch him on TV. It's just exciting to be able to come to the races as a group, and we did that in England, but obviously to do it on home soil is even better and doesn't get any bigger than the Everest. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope the weather stays well and we all have a good time.
Can you do it all again this year with your own course?
Oh, well, you have to ask the horse that, so we won't know that until after the race. But look, as I said before, it's a privilege to have a horse as good as this fella, and we just hope he runs up to his best, and if that's good enough to win, then that'll be great. But at the end of the day, we want a nice sound horse at the end of it, and we'll take whatever we get.
North. Feeling like I'm floating to the ceiling, is it magic? Baby, tell me why you disappearing, is it magic? I won't never tell him how.